Hello there everyone and welcome to another episode of Skogul the Fencer, the very special series where I play Tibia without the use of a bag. which means we cannot basically lose anything other than items that we can immediately use or equip, and I cannot also collect any gold, which means no purchases, which means no supplies. I hope that's enough of an explanation for the start. So picking up where we last left off, I'm going to be hunting in the Hive Outpost. In the last stream we established a pretty good system where I could quite easily kill a single swarmer. These guys, they are a hive grunt, you could say. No luck with prey this time around. A mutated rat might be nice. Anyway, swarmers, right? They are basic grunts, probably the easiest to kill out of all the swarm creatures. The hive creatures, whatever you are supposed to call them. And luckily enough for us, there is a single spot in the Hive Outpost that is not only easy to reach, very safe, but also it only contains a single swarmer, right? So if Tibia Observer was right, and I don't doubt it was, there it is. Here's the swarmer. And we're doing some good hits today, so that's good news for us. 75 gold coins. I can see there's somebody hunting here, but I'm sure they will not mind us just borrowing that swarmer every now and then. In fact, maybe we should just ask. That would be nice. Hopefully they can understand human speech. Also, browse field, there's 2 bugs. What if I do something like that? I wonder if she's going, or he's going to realize that we've got the ring right over here. Well, I don't think they can understand human speech, or at least English language, so we're going to need to manage ourselves. Thankfully the swarmer respawns really fast, and there goes the antenna. Alright. So for now we are fine when it comes to food. We don't need to worry about the food too much either, because I have prepared and stashed away a considerable amount of that, so we're going to be fine on that front. We can just chill over here and collect some of those EPs, if they would like to start dropping, that is. Well, we are still a long way away, right? We've got 35 kills. And we still need to collect. I mean, we still need to kill like 200 more if we want to have a chance at dropping the item. Not gonna lie though, it's another one of those that I would rather get very lucky on. Everything else will most likely be a massive pain in the ass, and now... Ow, the bug is targeting her, that's a shame. But I'm going to kill it nonetheless, and then I'm going to use that bug to cover the life ring that we have hidden right under our feet over there. Alright, so as you can see, the swarmers, well, they aren't supposed to be fought like one by one, right? This one over here is, well, to be frank, I have no idea why it's here. So let's get the browse field and start healing. There we go. Yeah, so I have no idea why they would plop just a single swarmer over here. They are supposed to be swarming you, and that one single spawn right there is kind of counterintuitive. But I'm not going to argue with that part of game design. That is exactly something that we needed. Other than these guys, pretty much nothing drops EP. At least out of creatures that we can hunt at our current level, without having to overlevel at all. Yeah, so let's see, how much EXP are those guys anyway? They're like, what? 853. And I believe we have the half an hour EXP boost, so that's going to be even lower later on. Well, unfortunate, I guess. Not that I mind though. I mean, we won't be able to get much of a level from these guys. But it's quite alright. We can still level up killing deeplings once we have the EP. I mean, with the EP, with a shield that we are going to drop right after that, I think we might honestly go for, like, Dragon Shield. I think dragons should be doable for us. And can you move? Like, bro. I so hope. Wait, did they? Nah, they did not remove the letter. Here I was hoping that they would, like, remove the name from the letter. I'd just put my name on the letter and hog the entire place to myself. Legally, that is. I guess we need to do with reloading, just as we are right now. Alright, so that's the Swarmer. Thankfully, once more time, they are dying quite easily. Alright, and we are looking good mana-wise, so let's conserve some of that lovely life ring. And instead I'm going to go real quick to get something to eat, because we only have like 4 minutes left. Herr Ayrton, welcome to the stream, and say hi to the guys from Collabra for me. So as you can see, I've been killing rats for about an hour before we started the stream. Well, not precisely before, but yeah, I have been prepared for a long time to do this. So at least this time I won't need to do any unnecessary running around hunting rats. That was probably incredibly tiring and boring. Now I can do something even more tiring and boring, which is standing here and watching literal pixels change from time to time, trying to spot a swarmer spawning. I hope that's more engaging, and there it is. Well, quite frankly, I really like the design of the hive. Like, I mean, it's not very imaginative, right? It's not hard to come up with, oh, let's have giant bugs, right? That's not the hard part. The hard part is not making them all look like ants. I think that's the real challenge. And the hive has all sorts of cool creatures. I won't be able to show any of them on this character. If I step down those stairs, I'm going to perish instantly. But you need to trust me on this one. If you're interested at all, then just take a look at Tibia wiki and read about those creatures. They all have cool backstories and stuff. Hey Vance, welcome to the stream. And welcome to the stream everyone, by the way. I've been just answering hey, hello, but yeah, I forgot that I can speak. That's something I can do. Oh boy. Anyway. It's been a long time since our last stream, but if you have taken a look at the stream description, then you will understand why. Right now, I don't really want to stream on this character unless the Hive Outpost is available, because this is pretty much our best chance at progressing at the moment. And believe it or not, but the Hive Outpost just simply would not appear for like over a week. I've been checking simply every day. I think it was 2 weeks, couldn't have been the entire month. You can't tell me it was a month. Are we going to die? No, it's going to run away now. Perfect, and I'm going to need that life ring now. Yeah, so it has been a long time, I recognize that, but there was literally nothing I could do. I was like, yeah, I would like to stream like tomorrow, the day after the stream that was, and the day after the stream, the last one, well, the hive did not spawn. So I've been checking every single day, and it simply wouldn't appear. That was pretty frustrating, honestly. Being able to stream, having energy to stream, being in the mood for a stream, but not being able to stream. I went as far as I started considering another streaming character, like to go parallel, 2 of them. But ultimately I decided otherwise. I don't want to start more than 2 projects at the same time because, well, I simply won't be able to keep up with them. I have a very bad tendency to pick up way too many things at the same time and then just focus on neither. So yeah, for the sake of not making it all a mess, I decided not to stream and simply bide my time. And I can see that was a pretty bad decision since, yeah, I mean, I appreciate every one of you that tuned in today, but there's not much of us and I don't think you're going to argue with that. Just look at those numbers. Not like I worry about the numbers though. I mean, if I did, then I should probably stop streaming Tibia now, should I? Yeah, just ignore my ramblings, I guess. I am going to ramble though, because it is my stream. If you are tuned into it, then you have probably become prepared to listen to them, right? That's how it works. Yeah, I suppose so. It's nothing to scoff at, really. I mean, we're doing some niche challenges in a niche MMO. Can't expect to be huge. Alright, I think we're going to drain this life ring real fast. Still got some food going. Yeah, I was also logging in every day, hoping to get a prey for the swarmers. That would have been excellent. A damage boost, a defense boost, EXP boost not so much, but obviously the loot drop boost, right? Any of those 3. That would have been a godsend, but unfortunately we weren't able to get any of those. Right, so what else can we discuss? How about the new update? I think that's something we should definitely talk about. Before we do that though, I need to visit the website of www.tibia.com, and yeah, I want to find the article that describes all of those. So let's see. I don't really care about content update, right? They said they would have like additional parts of the jungle in Tikwanda, I think. I'm not sure I read that right though. It could be that I'm completely off track, but I think that's basically what they said. I don't really follow any of the new updates because they usually don't even bother making content for players that are like below level 300, and I don't really like playing above level 300, so well, I rarely get above 100, so That's something to keep in mind. But I am really a big fan of the Wheel of Destiny, and that's how they call their new perk system, basically. So above level 50, every single character that is promoted will begin receiving like perk points that you're able to invest in a skill wheel, skill tree, whatever you want to call it, that has different branching abilities. And those abilities differ from very small minute boosts up to like huge bonuses. And apparently, which is probably no surprise to anybody, most of these are class exclusive, right? So every single class, first of all, has access to the Gift of Life, which is a revelation perk, which is like the highest tier of the perks, right? So this is the one you're going for. This is the best one in the entire family. So the Gift of Life is basically a come back to life, instant revive for your character. If you're about to die, if you're about to receive a killing blow, right? That would overkill you for, well, it's a different value based on how much more HP you would need to survive the attack, but it's like up to 20% at the worst and 30% at the best. So if you would die from an attack that wouldn't totally overkill you, right, then you would survive the hit and heal yourself for a percentage of your hit points. That's pretty cool, honestly. Yeah, I'm afraid you need a premium account, Ragnar, for that. You need to be promoted, and you can't get promoted without being premium, right? So that's a real shame. Oh, actually, that is something I could do, because I have 13 cards, right? So I could get the Swarmer, like, right now. But I don't think that's a wise decision at the moment. I think I'd rather just keep going at it. 200 is not such a huge amount that I wouldn't be able to finish it in one sitting, so... Hey Eduardo, yes it has been. Thank you for joining me again, by the way. I won't make you bother like rewinding 20 minutes, but what I've said was I really wanted to stream, but I couldn't because there was simply no Hive Outpost on Sakura for like over 2 weeks, right? Was it a week, 2 weeks? I have no idea. I wasn't really keeping track of time. All I was searching for was Tibia Observer telling me, yep, Hive Outpost, baby. And it finally happened today, so without any delay, I am right here streaming at the usual time. Oh boy, am I so reliable. Alright, so let's get back to talking about the update. So I probably should have said that first, but I want to say this is the most exciting update in a long time. Like, the sound update, well, it doesn't really count as a proper update, I don't think so, right? Because it was neither summer update nor winter update, it just sort of rolled in there along the way. And I really like the update, don't get me wrong. I think the sound update was a step in the right direction, and I think it showed a lot of people that Cipsoft really at least slightly cares. Like, yes, it could have been better, it could have been worse as well. Overall, I have positive feelings about the update. But now, here is the best in a long time. Like, I didn't really care about a single update other than the sound until now. So, the perks, right? We already talked about the Gift of Life. So, I think everybody wants this perk, especially if you want to, like, cut costs, right? I'm not sure how good it is going to be on, like, sorcerers or druids. 30% of your maximum HP isn't that much HP at all, and I think if you get hit by something really hard, you won't really trigger it, since there is this stupid overkill damage clause that doesn't let you revive if you haven't been hit hard enough, or if you have been hit hard enough, then you can't revive. But for knights, definitely really great. I think if you're like at least slightly skillful, then yep, you're basically immortal. Don't forget that knights have this huge heal that heals like 50% of your HP or even more. So yeah, it also reduces your skill cooldowns, right? So you die, but you revive with 30% HP, then you instantly cast that super heal and you're basically as good as ever to go. Really, really powerful skill. So I don't think you can hear it, but the swarmers, they make a sound. I have creature sounds on, by the way, nothing else though. Maybe I should add some ambience as well. But myself, I just prefer to keep only the creature sounds on. That's the way I play anyway. Alright, so let's talk about Knight ultimate skills first, right? Perks, whatever you're going to call them. So the ultimate perk for Knight number 1, Executioner's Throw. This spell throws your weapon on your target and jumps on 1, 2 or 3 nearby enemies, deals 100%, 125% or 150%. I think I'm going to just keep reading the best versions of them. No use bothering with the weaker ones. So, you throw your weapon, so that's basically like whirlwind throw, but it jumps on 3 nearby enemies and deals 150% more damage to targets with less than 30% of their hit points, and it has a cooldown of 14 seconds. So it's like one of those ultimate attacks, right? I never really was a fan of those. I'm very bad at keeping track of my timers, so I won't be using that one for sure. I'll be forgetting about them all the time. So no good for me. But wait till you hear the next one, because it's huge. So, Combat Mastery increases the defense value of shields by 30%, increases your critical extra damage by 12% while wielding a two-handed weapon. So I don't really care about damage on two-handed weapons, and I am well aware that everybody is going to say that that second part is the best part because two-handed weapons are the only correct way to go, and I understand where they're coming from. If you're playing Tibia normally, then obviously you just want to see big numbers, baby, but for us Ironmen, I think the additional defense part is going to be huge. So you might have missed it because it was mentioned just barely, but they are going to change the way shields work in Tibia. Yeah, sure, take care of yourself first, Vance. So, they are going to add this new mechanic called damage mitigation. The way damage mitigation is going to work is they are going to make you reduce the overall damage that you receive based on your equipment, based on your shielding skill. The shield you're using, two-handed weapons will have way less damage mitigation ratio than a weapon and a shield, and if you wield a combined weapon, shield, good armor, then you are going to receive way less damage than you used to. And of course, shielding, your shielding skill is going to play a huge role in that as well. So finally, after all these years, shielding is going to matter more than just for the first 50 levels, which is huge, honestly. A step in a great direction. Just like a couple of weeks before they mentioned they are going to rework that, we were having a conversation why shielding is irrelevant currently. Yeah, hard words, sorry. Yeah, but with that, I think shielding is making a huge comeback, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. And with this skill, with Combat Mastery, you're going to have the defense value of your shield increased by 30%. Now, we don't really know the exact numbers behind how well that damage mitigation is going to work. I mean, they gave us some rough estimates, and I would love to talk about them now, but honestly, I read that article a while ago, and I don't want to get anything wrong, so if you're very interested in that, you're very welcome to just read up on it yourself. But I think it's going to be quite huge. Right, so that's combat mastery for you, and also as a knight. That's actually another one that every single vocation is going to receive. Let me just slap my life ring on. Yes, I can. What are you talking about? There we go. So, every single class is going to be able to turn into an avatar. And these avatars look pretty dorky, honestly. The only one I like is the avatar of life, but I still don't like the idea that I am going to turn my character into that. Like, cool idea, I guess, but Tibia being absolute like fashion show recently with all the paid outfits and stuff, I'd rather just keep my character the same and receive the temporary buff, but I get where they are coming from. This is like so Titan Quest or whatever other hack and slash you've been playing, turning your character into something else. Anyway, for 11 seconds you turn your character into an avatar and you get 15% damage reduction, all your attacks are critical hits, and you get 15% extra critical damage, and the cooldown for that is only a measly 60 minutes. Well, I guess it's nice, right? We have no idea yet how much you're going to need to grind, how high of a level you're going to need to be even able to reach a revelation perk. And I'm afraid it might be something unattainable for most of my characters. But I can definitely see how a 15% damage reduction, even if for 11 seconds, could be really good, right? Even for a dump annihilator. Even if you could only get the weakest form of the avatar perk, 5% damage reduction for 11 seconds, that's not bad at all. Alright, let's continue talking about knights. So we've been talking about the strongest perks, the revelation perks. There's also conviction perks, which are supposed to be slightly less powerful, but still decent, right? Right, and I was afraid this would happen. Right. Yeah. I mean, I should probably say something like, wow, so nice, very thankful, but I really dislike, like, when people don't understand each other like this, right? I mean, they went out of their way to get me a sword, it's really kind of them, but now they're etc.ing, like, completely missing the point. Yeah. Misguided kindness can probably be more damaging than just being indifferent. Keep that in mind, guys. Yep. Maybe I'm the only one who feels that way, though. Should I have killed that swarmer? Probably not. But arguing with the person, that's going to be a problem. Yep, another ironman there. Would you look at that? Anyway, let's keep talking about the perks. So, conviction perks, less powerful than revelation perks. Let's talk about those for knights first, as we have before. Battle instinct, you gain +8 shielding and +1 sword, axe or club fighting when 5 creatures are on adjacent squares. For each additional creature, you get +8 shielding and +1 melee fighting skill. So, this one is pretty huge. We don't know the exact impact that shielding is going to have, but if you consider when you get fully boxed in, that's like 8 creatures on you, right? With 5 you get +8 and then +8 for every single one. That's going to be what I'm bad at multiplying. That's going to be 4 times 8 +24 shielding and +4 melee fighting. The melee fighting not so huge, but the shielding part, I have huge hopes for that ever since they have announced the damage mitigation skill. And then this one, battle healing, for each creature challenged. And by challenged they mean creatures that you affect with Exeter's spell, the one that makes enemies aggro you. So for each creature challenged, you will heal yourself for a small amount. This amount doubles if you have less than 30% of your hit points. Now, I hate it when games are vague like this, you know? Before, all the other skills, great. Exact percentages, right? 8%, 15%, +8 skill, great. Why? Give us a very vague, for a small amount. What is a small amount? Is it like 5 HP per creature? Is it like going to be 3 to 5? A threshold of some sort? I need numbers, okay? Is it going to scale off your magic level? What's up with that? We need more numbers. It could potentially be great if it's like, I don't know, 40 HP. If it scales with level, then even more so, but I can't really tell you whether this skill is going to be good or not because we don't have the numbers. Alright, so now let's move on to the Paladin. And when it comes to Paladins, I am obviously going to be very highly biased because, as you probably know, I have a melee Paladin, right? So what I do is... Oh, that was spoiled. Right, enough chit chat. So, I have a melee paladin, which means I'm going to be always looking at those skills via a prism of is that going to be useful for me? But I'm going to do my best and try to consider these skills. I mean, do you even need me to rate those skills? I'm pretty sure that you guys have a better idea of what's going on in this game than me, but, well, does not stop me from doing what I do right now, which is reading those patch notes. So, Paladin, Divine Wrath. This spell plants a marker at the feet of your target that explodes after 3 seconds, dealing holy damage. Damage increases with higher spell stages, cooldowns 20 seconds. This one, once again, very vague. Cool. Plants a marker, explodes within 3 seconds. Holy damage. But what are spell stages? Do they mean that the higher you upgrade the perk because it has 3 upgrades, or what is it? And how much damage is it going to be? If we don't know that, we don't know whether the skill is going to be useful at all, so... Thanks for that, I guess. Divine Empowerment. Now, this is the one that I really liked. So, every 12th attack creates a field of holy energy around your feet for 5 seconds. As long as you stand in this field, your dealt damage increases by 12%. So, let's think about it. For a ranged paladin, that's going to be pretty bad, right? Because unless you're playing in a team, you probably want to be moving around, so having to stick to an area is probably not very good for you. But if you're a melee paladin like myself, then you're obviously going to want to stick in that single place. Now, I am not sure how I want to interpret the around your feet part. Is that going to be just a single square, or is it going to be like a 9 square area? We don't know that. I would like to know that. Don't know about you guys, but you probably also would like to know that, and we do not know that. Yes. But 12% increased damage every 12 attack. Since every single attack you do is like every 2 seconds, if they also count in spells, so you can do like 2 attacks every 2 seconds, that's going to be 6 seconds per empowerment, and for 5 seconds it lasts, so my melee paladin will be able to do like 12% increased damage for 5 out of 6 seconds of combat. That's a lot of additional damage, I think. But we never know. There might be some limits or something that we don't fully comprehend yet. We need to wait and see how this is going to work in the end. A paladin is also going to have his avatar transformation. We already talked about that. And now the conviction perks. Charm enhancement. The chance to trigger an offensive charm, except for cripple, is increased by 0.5%. Now, how good is that going to be? What are offensive charms? I guess Low Blow, Void Skull, Vampiric Embrace. Let's say Vampiric Embrace, right? Maybe Void Skull is better to consider. 2% mana leech. You get 0.5% more. Well, technically it is more, yes, but it's not much more. Like, remember, it only affects the charm. So if you have a weapon that has like 10% mana drain, and then additional, how much was it? Additional 2%, that's going to be 12.5% total. I can't really tell it's that great, but I guess it's, well, frankly, I think Knight has got better perks in the conviction section than Paladin, without question. The other one for Paladin is Ballistic Mastery. The critical extra damage for attacks with a crossbow is increased by 10%. If you attack with a bow, the damage of offensive charms, except for cripple, is increased by 0.2%. Yeah, I'm quite sure they have been looking at very high levels to calculate these. And they weren't like going to be game changers, but probably like just minor tweaks to increase the overall DPS of certain classes, right? I think that's what they were going for with this, because on their own these skills really don't do much. Maybe if you combine them all, then maybe they might be good, but you never know. Alright, now let me grab some more life rings. There we go. Oh, that's only 50 seconds. I guess I'm going to stand outside and let it get used up and grab another one. Alright, let's keep talking about the skills then, as we wait. Now for Druid. Now, when it comes to mages, I really don't play mages almost at all, so I won't be giving much feedback on those. At least not valuable feedback, I'm still going to say something about those. So, Blessing of the Grove. Your healing is increased by 0.12% for every 1% of your target's missing hit points. So let's see. The less hit points your target has, the more they will be healed. Let's say a knight has only 10% of his HP. That's going to be 90% of his HP missing, which means 90 times 0.12. Wow, that's going to be hard to calculate. So just to make sure I make no mistakes, I'm just going to get my calculator right here. So 90 times it's 0.12%. That's going to be almost 11% more damage, or rather more healing. Is it that good? I guess overall, in the end, in the long run, right, the total damage you heal is going to save you a potion or two, I guess. Over many hours of playing, you might see long-term effects of that. I can't really say I'm a huge fan of that though. It's supposed to be like your highest, most powerful perk, right? It's going to define your class. You're going to put many perk points and level up to like 300 probably to max it out. And that's what you get. You save some money. Can't really say I like that very much. Alright, and then there's Twin Bursts, Terra or Ice. And let me kill the Swarmer before I continue reading that. Come on, Swarmer. Please die. There we go. Alright, and here's the dead bug. Perfect, our life ring is now concealed. Let's continue reading. Twin Bursts, Terra or Ice. Decide whether you want to cast Ice or Earth damage in a small area around you, as these two ring spells share the same cooldown. Both spells deal 60% additional damage to targets with more than 60% of their hit points. Cooldown 14 seconds. It's just a spell. It's just an Exori spell. Small area around you, that's definitely going to be like Exori or slightly more than Exori. It's probably going to deal a lot of damage, but the 14-second cooldown really doesn't work for me. Don't worry, Vance, you did not miss the EP. In fact, you haven't missed anything of note. Alright. Let's keep reading on those skills, shall we? Now for conviction perks, these are the slightly weaker ones. Runic Mastery. If you use a rune that can be created by your vocation, your magic level is increased by 5. And the same perk goes for sorcerers, by the way. They have access to the same perk. But of course, in that case, it would be a rune that's created by sorcerers. Magic level by 5. Is it just me, or is that right, like really weak? I mean, obviously, getting your magic level up by 5 is going to take a lot of money, especially if you're already like 110 magic level, right? Being able to jump 5 higher, amazing. Except magic level really doesn't do that much when it comes to calculating rune damage, now does it? I think it increases like 1 damage per magic level, was it? Don't really quote me on that, but I think I researched that at some points when I was still playing casually, and I was like seriously baffled by how little it actually mattered, your magic level that is. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but I think, yes, it is a huge boost when you consider how long you must grind to get your magic level up by 5, but it is very minuscule when it comes to total damage that you deal. And I think it's another one of those cases when it's going to matter in the long run, but not in the short run. So, just economy skill, I guess. And then the one that I like best for Druid, Healing Link. If you heal someone with Nature's Embrace or Heal Friend, you also heal yourself for 10% of applied healing. So if you're healing some kind of a knight for like 500 HP every 2 seconds casually, you are going to be healing yourself for a lot of your max HP. 10% for a druid that gets like 5 HP per level, that's going to be a lot. Alright, and now for the sorcerer. And everybody has been telling me it's probably the worst out of them all. And I kind of agree, but let's read through it first. So, Great Death Beam. This beam spell deals death damage. Damage and length increase with higher spell stages. Cooldown 6 seconds. Now, finally a skill with low cooldown. That is nice. But that is simply just a beam spell that you are not going to be using very often, I believe. Like, don't quote me once more, but I think I heard somebody telling me that beam spells are basically the least useful ones, right? It really depends on how much mana it requires, how much damage it's going to deal, because we have no info on the damage of it. Who knows, maybe it's the best thing ever and I'm completely wrong, but right now I am simply not impressed by it. And then another one, Drain Body. This crippling spell debuffs all creatures in an area for 16 seconds, grants 1.5% mana leech and 4.5% life reach against creatures debuffed this way, cooldown 12 seconds. So this one is powerful. You can basically continue spamming Drain Body. Cooldown is 12 seconds, it affects creatures for 16 seconds. If you're hunting in a team, then, well, it would be great if not for the fact that you are probably going to be killing said creatures faster than 12 seconds, right? I don't know, could be great, could be bad. I don't really play regular gameplay anymore, can't really tell you how good is that going to be in current meta, but I really like the possibilities that this skill presents. Alright, now for Conviction perks. As I mentioned before, Runic Mastery again, probably an economy perk, so we don't really care much about those in here. And then Beam Mastery. For each target hit by a beam spell, the cooldown of all other spells is reduced by 1 second, up to a maximum of 3 seconds. And the damage of this spell is increased by 10%, up to a maximum of 30%. Yeah. So they are still trying to improve beams. Are they going to succeed? Who knows? Maybe. Can't really tell you anything about that. So, that's it for the Wheel of Destiny. I know that I've been rather critical of all those perks. I mean, some of those I really liked, like for Knight and Paladin, right? So, yeah, I can't really tell how good they are going to be in most cases. We don't have numbers behind some of those. It's going to take some people a lot of research to be able to tell how good those are going to be in the end. But I like the idea that we are going to have so much to experiment with. One thing that I am a huge fan of is it's going to be free to reroll those perk points, right? You are going to be able to readjust your skill wheel anytime you want. So if you're not happy with your current build, or maybe you think a different build is going to be better for you for a certain hunt, you are going to be able to respec, and it's going to cost you nothing other than the time it takes to respec. Now, I am quite certain that the test server is live already. I don't know how the skill wheel works yet, because I have never really played test servers. I think I am invited for this one. I have been for quite some time, but like I said, never really cared for entering test servers. I think I'm going to start researching the skill wheel once it releases in retail. But there's probably going to be a lot of info on Reddit and all the other places circulating already. So if you're interested in the topic, then you are probably free to start checking it out right now. I won't though, because not only do I not care about most of those perks, I also don't want to spoil myself. I'm going to see how good the perks are for my characters once the perks are out. I don't think I would be able to give like valuable feedback at all. Since I am looking at the game through a prism. Yep. Level 558. And one of our boys at level 69 was able to walk around there freely. I wonder... I really wonder about the difficulty of this place. Well, maybe it's way more difficult like downstairs or upstairs. I have no idea how this place looks really. Maybe it is a level 500 area. Honestly, difficulty in Tibia is so weird. You don't really get that much power per level, but at the same time you do. Technically, nothing ever stops being dangerous. That's probably the best way to describe how this works. No matter how high your level, if you are not geared properly, a rat can still stand a chance against you. And sure, at some point that's going to get mitigated, but there's things like poison and stuff. Poison spiders that can poison you anytime they want. Just you going AFK into ice is enough to have you killed if you're not being careful. And your power level is being determined by how well and fast you can heal yourself, rather than anything else really. So I've been thinking, basically applying a charm for the first time is free, right? No matter what your character is, it's free. I mean, no matter what level. Obviously, if you want to change it later, then yes, you are going to pay the price. But just getting a charm on a creature for the first time is free. So that might be something we want to do on this character, but at the same time, we don't really need those charms. In the sense of, you can only put a charm on a creature that we have already fully researched, so we can't really use those charms to aid us in any way. when hunting a creature that is new to us. So maybe it's really pointless to do that after all. Maybe all I'm going to do is just maybe grind out a charm at some point and plop it on deeplings so that we can get the life rings more efficiently. And I'm going to probably get dodge, obviously. Where's dodge? That's like 600, yes, one of the cheaper ones. But I think it's just a lot of work and little to none payoff. Alright, here's all the antennas. Now let's get ourselves a nice bug. Or not, there it is. We need a fresh bug to hide our life ring, obviously. And there we go. I don't think this guy would steal the life ring from us, but you never know. It's Tibia players we're talking about. They are as unpredictable as anything else. Oh, this is for the first time I realized this, but you don't see mounts in battle window. That's pretty cool. Oh, I see, so he just jumped a couple of squares and logged off. Why not? And he's back. Wow. Right, so we just rerolled the deeplings. Yeah, I don't think I want to spend any wild cards on anything other than deeplings. Also, I wonder what this guy is doing here for so long. Like, we've seen him standing here way more than actually hunting these guys. And judging by how fast the swarmer respawns, I don't think there's anything in there that hasn't respawned yet, after all this time. But maybe there's like bosses or something that he's after, you never know really, with Tibia. There's so many different things that are happening all around. Give me a moment, I'm going to pour myself a drink. I am back. The swarmer is ready, so let's get our butts over here. We still have a lot of life rings. If we can do those 2-hour streams more often, it's going to be like, what, 6 life rings per stream? Maybe less, since we're kind of doing our best to save them as much as possible. So let's keep at it for now. It should still, I mean the stash that we have should still last us for like 2, maybe 3 streams. I'm sure I'll be able to do some deepling hunting in the meantime between that amount of streams, especially if the Hive Outposts continue to be as rare as they have been so far. I wonder if anybody has ever recorded how rare these are. Like the percentage chance of it spawning at any given day. Oh, somebody is taking poison damage. Which means they must have gone up. Yep. Oh, one thing that I really like about Tibia is how very easy it is in this game to be social. Like, in other games, I don't know if you've ever had that, probably yes, if you play MMOs at all, but the chat is somewhere in the corner. When you're playing the game actively, you don't really see the chat. How many times have you had a situation where you were just running around doing things, and you see a guy, you want to start chatting with them, maybe team up, but you message them and they never answer? What would be the reason? Do they not speak English? Do they, I don't know, don't see the chat, which is very probable, because how often do you really watch the chat? You know, maybe in some MMOs the text that you say displays above your head, but still, when you're playing like a 3D game, there is a very good chance that somebody is simply not watching you at the moment. So, in Tibia, when somebody says something, right, if they are in your area, you definitely can see them. Like, they pop up right there. There's no way you miss that, right? It's bright yellow text. If somebody said something, if you don't have them muted, if you're not trying actively not to talk to them, you are going to be able to talk to them. Not to mention the chat window is huge, which reminds me to do something like this, maybe. Yeah. Tibia is one of those old MMOs where interaction was still an important and valuable part of the game. Here I am playing the game solo though. Well, what can you say? Right. I was hoping we'd kill him fast, but apparently not, so we're not taking the life ring off just yet. There's a bug that's going to be useful for us later on. If we ever get to take the life ring off, that is. I don't think we will though. We're low on mana, the chances we kill the next swarmer really quick are rather low. Right, we're like, what, 1 hour and 10 minutes in. We've been doing nothing but killing the swarmers. When we started, I think we were like, what, 35 in? We've done 27, that means... No, that's not right. Or is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're probably going to be doing like 40 per stream on average then. Which means we would need a total of... oh boy... 5 streams. If we get lucky and get it like right on drop rate, right? 200 kills, boom. Yeah, that would be like 4 more streams then. 4 or 3 maybe. Well, so far I think we're having fun, but let's really hope it doesn't get boring and too tedious to watch at some point. Speaking of tedious, it's not like I mind doing something tedious in the game, right? You know me, I've been doing way worse things than these. The problem is when I'm streaming, right? There's this pressure that I kind of want to be entertaining as much as possible. And if I feel that something is not entertaining, then I am not having a good time either. You know how it works. Peer pressure and stuff. So yeah, maybe you guys are sitting here having the best time of your life, but if I have a slightest doubt that maybe I'm being boring, maybe nothing is happening on the screen and me just trying to keep a conversation with myself really at this point is not working out, then yeah, that's not going to get us far. So, since we're talking about tedious grinds already, I've been still working on my next project, which is my Maze of Lost Souls only character. I have recently started streaming on Discord as well. Like, I'm not really talking in there, actually I'm muted all the time, but if you have nothing to do and you just want to see some Tibia in the background or whatever, yeah, not many people do, honestly. But yeah, if you ever feel like it, then feel free to pop in, because there's going to be a Discord stream pretty much every evening. Save for evenings where I cannot play, and those are rather rare recently. So right now, on my Maze of Lost Souls only character, I've been killing dragons. To be honest, the biggest challenge of that was finding a good place to kill those dragons, because there's a couple of spots with a dragon. Well, originally I thought there was going to be only just one, but I was able to find 2 more spots that are way better than the first one, which is a good thing as well. Those 2 additional spots are like right next to each other, so it basically makes the entire grind 2 times as fast. There's also some ghouls, I already have a life ring from them. The only problem is I kind of need to grind them for a long time. I need some rare items from them. All of the rare items, in fact, so... yeah, but enough spoilers, I guess. So yeah, also the Discord streams, they are going to be full of spoilers if you're going to be paying attention to them. So if you ever tune in, do that on your own risk. At your own risk, whatever. One minute left in this life ring, we are going to need another one real soon. What is it, the second one this session? Let me see. Yeah, I think they count a life ring as 1k, so... wait, that's what means it's the third one. Right, because we used up that one that had a minute left on it, so... that's how it counted 2k already. I don't think it's that bad, we are like 1 hour 15 minutes in. And that's 2 life rings, and they usually last like 20 minutes. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be taking it off. It's not like it's going to last a long time. I'm really glad that they ran away, by the way. If they were one of those stand and fight forever creatures, they would be way tougher for us to defeat. I mean, there's still creatures that start running away but still shoot at you, but apparently they are not one of those. Because I don't think they've been shooting at me all that much while running away. And also, thank goodness they do not heal. I really hate self-healing creatures. Alrighty then, so since we're standing here doing nothing, let's start planning our next step maybe. So once we are done with EP, right, that's going to be a huge weapon. I don't think we are going to have it before the winter update, so that's going to mean damage mitigation is going to be there. So we're going to grab ourselves a powerful shield, like a dragon shield maybe, if we get lucky. I mean, how rare is a dragon shield? 1 in 300 dragons? I don't know if I want to keep you guys watching me hunt 300 dragons on this character, since it's also going to be like 1 by 1 by 1. Hey Tango, good news. It's not ending anytime soon, as in instantly. I will keep going for like 40 minutes at least, right? If things keep going well, then maybe an hour. So don't worry, I'm not ending it yet. Really good to see you as well, by the way. Alright, so we have no more life ring. Let's get back to the city and grab one. 1 in 1000. The dragon shield? No, that's definitely not true. Let me just Google it right now for you guys. Dragon shield, 1 in 330. So it's pretty rare. And like I said, dragons, they heal themselves, they are a pain in the butt. I don't think I want to hunt them on stream. We might go for something slightly easier. I mean, the dragon shield is how much defense? 31. We can do some quest instead. Maybe the Griffin Shield quest, that's going to be pretty good. We can do that one without any items, so it's probably what I'm going to go for. Well, I would really love a clutch drop last minute, but the numbers speak for themselves, don't they? We are 66 swarmers in, the drop rate is 1 in 200 or something like that. We might not be getting there just yet. And that reminds me, yup, we get all of those potions that I can use using the store items clause, right? For those who are not aware of the store item clause, I place all the store items in my depot. I cannot use them actively while hunting, but just so that we don't need to wait for me to regenerate my HP and mana should we ever get stuck like that, I am allowed to use them in depot. Yeah, Spike Shield sounds pretty good, but Griffin Shield is like, what, 29? And it's a guarantee. All we need to do is get down there, kill some creatures, and we are more or less done. It's going to be a little bit of a walk, but it's a guarantee, so I think I'm going to go for that one. And once we have the Griffin Shield, which is also a very good looking shield, would love to have that one, we can focus on some other upgrades, like, well, can't really tell what we should go for actually next. The shield was going to be the goal for some time. Well, I guess we'll plan along the way as we get better. And this guy is hitting us real hard. Can I hit him really hard? in return, maybe, sometimes. Yeah, there we go. 150, that's something. I'm not saying that the spike shield is a bad idea though. We still need a lot of EXP if you want to get anywhere. But I think I'm going to get it like along the way. I'm going to keep killing deeplings, which I haven't really killed that much of. Only 2k, that's kind of embarrassing really for one of my characters. But that's basically what we are going to need to do, so get AP, get Griffin Shield, that's going to make deeplings so much easier, so many more life rings are going to get saved thanks to that. I'll be able to grind to level 50 offline, probably. I mean, we have a good chance of getting to level 50, 45, just by killing these swarmers, so we'll see how that goes, but worst case scenario, I just grind to 50, killing deeplings, and then we get access to new tasks. And yeah, this character is probably going to be tasking quite a lot. Some of the best items that I can get are task exclusives, pretty much. Maybe not exclusives, but for this character they might as well be, because I won't have any chance of dropping such items anywhere else. I don't want to say too much, but at the same time I don't really want to make a huge mystery out of what I'm going to do next. Yeah, I need to keep a healthy balance of revealing my plans as well as keeping some surprises, so that it doesn't get too boring too quickly. Alright, this one went quietly and quickly, I like that. Really like swarmers like these. We don't even need to put on our life ring. If we get lucky, that one that we have over there is going to last us the rest of the stream. And just to make sure that is the case, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of a healing, except I need to go to this guy and tell him yeah, let's just give them a fair warning. You probably remember on the last stream when we got hit like really hard by those guys. Why didn't I do Banshee Room? Well, it was the plan originally to do it. But in the end I decided not to, because first of all, I got the Boots of Haste from the Black Knight, and second of all, I got the Dragon Lance from the Black Knight. So basically I got better items, or equivalent of the same items, from different sources. And I never really felt the need to do all the quests. Like, I have skipped a fair bunch of quests, right? There's... well, I'm not going to name them all, but there is a lot of quests that I really didn't do. I've seen a guy do the Banshee quest solo on an Ironman, a free account Ironman as well, pretty early on as well, like as soon as you can enter. Was that like level 60, I think? Yeah, something like that. So I know that it is possible. I wouldn't mind doing it myself, but it simply wasn't necessary for me. And for whatever reason, I never really felt the need to do it. Yeah, I'm already sleeping. Don't mind me. Anyway, yeah, so the Banshee room I skipped just because I didn't feel like doing it. No real reason behind it. I mean, the main reason was I did not need it, right? The only reason why I might want to do it was, yeah, just simply leisure. By the way, I ended up doing it later on, but that is a topic for another time. Like, I didn't finish the quest itself. I have all the seals done. At some point I will be restarting Ironclad, but I will be playing in a different region with same rules though, so it's still going to be a free account night. Which kind of sucks, because free accounts don't get to play around with the Wheel of Destiny. I might think about reworking that rule, but we will see about that. I am currently stuck somewhere, pretty much re-rolling my prey bonuses because I don't want to lose and waste any wild cards. But that character is waiting and will come back at some point, and the Banshee quest is going to play a vital role in that. At least the first couple of parts. There is our Swarmer boy. Okay, this one is going to come quietly, I really respect that. And it's also going to drop nothing, but that is also fine. I never really expected much from a Swarmer like him. And there's a bug for us. Let's go ahead, lure this little bugger downstairs. Right over here. Yeah, so like I said, I would definitely do Banshee room if I still believed that the giant sword is the best weapon that you can get as a free account Iron Man, but yeah, we realized really quickly that there are two weapons that are better than the giant sword, Dragon Lance and then also the War Axe. They're both axes. Since the goal was to get the best gear, I had no choice but to switch. I think you understand where I'm coming from. I never wanted to go for 100%, I just wanted to go for reasonably obtainable best items. Well, at first it was just best items, but the Dwarven Helmet became unobtainable for me, since I wasn't able to find the Horned Fox even a single time. I didn't get the steel boots from Growlam, and the chances of getting those are even lower than ever because everybody is checking him now, since you can get him in your boss Chiari. Shame is what it is. And the Dwarven Armor, right? The special orc. One of our guys on Sakura actually got the armor. Ragnar, he's been in the stream just a moment ago and he just logged off from the game. No, he's still in actually. Yeah, so he got the Dwarven Armor. Congrats to him, by the way. It's very rare though. I've been checking it for months every single day. Well, every single day at the same time, which was probably the reason why I failed. I should have probably checked like 2, maybe 3 times a day. There's people who check even more often, but in the end I decided to exclude those unreasonably rare items. Oh, you're still in the chat, Ragnar, thanks by the way. Thanks for sticking around. Good job on the Dwarven Armor, by the way. I gave up on it a long time ago, so I hope you're using it, by the way. Do I say by the way all the time? Yes, I do. But yeah, compared to Dragon Scale Mail... Hey, So Q. Is that how you read your name? I am farming the Swarmer, as you can see, right over here. So the Swarmer is a very weak hive creature, probably the weakest of them all. As the name says, they're supposed to be in large groups to pose a threat to you. But for whatever reason, there is this mini world change every now and then a huge Hive Outpost simply grows or drifts over here. Not really sure how it works, but they decided to place a single swarmer right over here on this ledge. So this is a perfect situation for us, because I was going to be killing swarmers. At first I wanted to try and do that in the hive, but thankfully the Hive Outpost is there, and there is a single one with a very quick getaway in a very safe area. And the reason why we are killing the swarmers is because they drop one of the coolest and best at our level 100 weapons, which is EP, whatever you call that. Yeah, that's the one. Let me show you in the Cyclopedia. That's the EP. We are currently searching for it. Worth 8k HP, but for us it is invaluable. 37 attack. That's one better than the Bright Sword. I don't think it has any bonus defense, but beggars can be choosers, and we are very much a beggar. Wait, Ragnar, you don't use your armor? You don't use the dwarven armor? Is that what you're trying to say? Then because you absolutely should. Any pronunciation is better than that, well. Yeah, but can I ask what your nickname was supposed to mean? Like, is that a word in some language that I am too ignorant to know, or were you just trying to do like an Uwu language sorrow? I don't think that's the case, Ragnar. Like, how much damage reduction, physical damage reduction, does the dwarven armor have? I'm going to search it real quick. Let me just get my life ring on my finger right now. Right, so let's see. Dwarven armor, there we go. Wait, 30k? Oh yeah, average market price 4 million, that's more like it. 5% physical. So here's the thing. It's not 100%. I can't really swear by it, right? But I have it on a pretty good grounds. Somebody has told me. Yeah, those are the grounds, but it is a trustworthy person, and I think that is the case as well. Those percents, they always apply. Like, for example, remember when you would wear the silver amulet, and it's only supposed to reduce 10% of poison damage, but when a poison spider poisons you, you don't take any damage at all? Why is that? 10% of 1 is less than 1, which should still be 1, right? But apparently these resistances, they apply differently. So if, for example, you have 5% physical, it's going to always reduce at least 5 physical damage. And the way the armor in Tibia works currently, before the rework, we don't know how the rework is going to work. Wow, that's a lot of work. Basically, dwarven armor is always going to reduce at least 5 damage plus the additional 10 armor, which means in every single case it's going to be better than the dragon scale mail. Yeah, so that's that. I mean, you're very welcome to do your own research, by the way. Read up on it, maybe somebody has done a proper explanation on the topic, but I I would definitely wear the dwarven armor myself all the time. I'm pretty sure it's better than everything else you can get. And even if not that, it's just so much cooler. Oh yeah, I see. My first online nickname was also kind of influenced by my brother. He basically made it up for me, and I have no idea why I stuck with it for so long. Then I went through the phase of changing my online nickname like every single time, so every single account that I made is lost during that period because it had different logins everywhere and different passwords. Yeah, I finally ended up landing on Skogul and sort of stuck. And I can't really change it anymore because I have become involved in so many things with that nickname on. Yeah, like I said, I can't really guarantee that it is the way it works, but I think the silver amulet explanation makes sense, right? It doesn't completely remove all the damage that you take, but minor damage that it shouldn't remove. For example, 1 damage, right? 10% reduction, that should be 1/10 of a damage, rounding up, still 1 damage. And yet it completely removes that damage. So since we know for sure how armor works, right? So it either, when you have a plate armor, for example, it either reduces the damage you take by 10 or by half of 10, right? Which is 5. Even if that dwarven armor of yours would always reduce just 1 damage, it would still probably be more efficient than crown armor. And I'm quite sure it's going to be 5 damage, by the way. Not to mention, you can buy pretty much every single blessing, save for 1, which means you have access to the guaranteed never lose your equipment other than backpack blessing. So I would definitely wear my prize of 8 dwarven armor on me all the time. Not many players get to do that. Even though it's such a nice and rare piece, at a certain level you just don't need anything else other than your best in slot, because yeah, that's where the game is right now. There's just get the best armor and be done with it. Oh, that's a pretty cool backstory for a nickname. I just took mine from a computer game that I have been playing. I mean, I wouldn't pick it if it weren't cool already, but yeah, it did originate from some other computer game. Yeah, so one of the reasons why I am so excited for the update, right? Especially the higher damage mitigation part. It's because it's going to basically make every single character stronger, not to mention the skill wheel, which is also going to be a increase in power, no matter how you look at it. The main reason why I am happy about that is, as I have probably said many times before, my melee paladin, right? Skogul the Barbarian. I was forced to hold that challenge because I couldn't really make any progress in a reasonable time frame. So I simply stopped, right? I never really liked leveling up just for the sake of leveling up. I mean, there is another sake, right? Just to be able to grind something new. But that is my least favorite part of any challenge, when you just need to go for maximum XP per hour just so that you can get down to some other grind. So on that character I was kind of stuck, because not only would I need to grind levels, I would need to grind a ton of levels. Like maybe up to level 200, maybe even higher. And I'm currently 115, so that's a lot of levels, as you can imagine. But hopefully with this new update, with the skill wheel, with damage mitigation improvements, I just might be able to get a little bit better, I hope, and make the challenge actually completable. Yep, so I can't wait for that. And once Barbarian is done, I might just reuse the character. It would be a shame to reset him, since I am kind of holding a high score. Let me show you. That's something I'm never going to stop showing people. There we go, number 2 in Sakura on club fighting. I mean, it's nothing really compared to other players, but unlike other players, I did it all by online and offline training without any training weapons. But never mind that. What I'm trying to say is I would like to reuse the character. Same rule set, but some different area perhaps. Maybe move to Yalahar, that would have been fun. Can't really tell what I'm going to do with it next, but I am definitely going to do something with it. And the sooner I am able to complete the challenge, the better. As is probably no surprise. I have a lot of stuff going on. I also have a new streaming character idea, but I want to be done with this one first. Well, there is no real ending coming soon to this character though, so I'm kind of worried about that. But well, I'm not bored with it just yet, so we still have a lot of time for that. A normal Ironman challenge. Well, I don't want to do that because I simply enjoy being limited way more than what a regular Ironman allows for. I hope that makes sense. Actually, I shouldn't take it off, I don't have full mana yet. Yeah, so there's your reason. I just don't feel like I would be having fun with it. Sure, I would probably progress through it really fast. I would get to like level 100, maybe 200 in no time, because that's basically what you can get if you don't limit yourself in any other ways. But I really prefer doing some more creative, more niche stuff. I'm just weird like that, you know? Quite frankly, if I were to do a melee paladin in Dharma, I would either make it both deserts, right? Ankramun and Dharma. Or maybe even add Tikwanda to the mix, because they are sort of all connected, right? All the 3 regions. The entire island. That would be fun. Because, you know, if you limit yourself too much, then you're also kind of suffering from not knowing what to do next. I kind of did that with my Maze of Lost Souls only character. I thought I would be done like within a month, but that's not the case at all. That one is going to take much longer. I need to heal. Oh boy. Yeah, let me get my life ring back on my finger. Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful when you limit yourself. If you do it too much, then you're going to probably be miserable. I am enjoying the Maze of Lost Souls only character simply because it is very AFK. I just sit in one spot and check a creature every like 7 minutes because that's what the average respawn is in there. And it's fun so far. But yeah, once I feel like playing slightly more actively, it's going to be a pain. But if you limit yourself to a self-contained but reasonably large region, you're going to have fun coming up with new ideas, new ways to play, you know, trying to push places to their absolute limit, rather than just going to a entirely different continent every 10 levels just to level up faster or get better money per hour. You're going to try hard, you're going to make places work for you and bend them around yourself, learn them better just to, you know, get that additional 10% more EXP per hour, some more cash, maybe come up with a different route or visit a place that most people disregard completely just because it's going to be valuable to you in some way. Maybe to obtain a drop that nobody really cares for because it's widely available from another source. You know how it is. I don't think I need to explain this. I don't need to explain why Iron Man is fun. I think we're all on the same page here. Yeah, I feel like the skill wheel, I love the way they handled it. Like, when I read the skill wheel a couple of months ago, you remember that, right? The ideas for skills that they had in their polls, right? When they asked people what they think about it, those were very basic, very unsophisticated, yeah, that's how you say the word. What we have now compared to what we had then, it's night and day, right? A huge difference, a great step in the right direction. There's no denying that. They've done a great job of improving upon the idea and making every single spell way more compelling, right? Because their original idea was, yeah, let's make that single spell 2 seconds slower cooldown or deal 10% more damage. I'm sure some of those will still be in the game, there's no way they aren't. But the direction they went with the other skills is really impressive. And I really commend that, they did a great job. We do not know how how much of a variety, that's a good way to say this correctly. Yeah, we don't know how much of a variety of skills they are going to have though. That is the big question, right? Because if those revelation skills that we have already seen are going to be everything, then it's kind of underwhelming. Good direction, but not enough. But if there are like 4, maybe 5 more of those, then it's amazing. As long as they take you in different direction and promote different kinds of gameplay. Like I said, you probably can already tell if you care enough to check. I cannot, because I won't be playing the test server. Yeah, I suppose the Path of Exile has a similar one, don't they? Alright, let's drink up on those potions then. And slap a life ring on. We still have 6 left, that should be enough for a stream or 2, I believe. Not like we're quite done with this one yet. I'll try to keep going for maybe half an hour, though speaking so much, I haven't really spoken like this for a long time, so my throat is starting to get sore, but yeah, I'll try my best to keep as long as possible. I didn't play much Path of Exile, but as you're saying, it's quite similar. I did see the skill wheel, I did design a character before I started playing. Never really got to finish my design, but I get what you mean. It looks kind of similar, and I really hope they keep improving upon it. It's not like a one-off thing that they make and they then forget about. I hope they keep improving the skills, rebalancing them, maybe adding new ones. That would be really, really nice. You know, just at some point add another revelation skill to each tree that is going to have a similar yet different role. Stuff like that. I really hope they don't mess this up. And that's another swarmer, and it drops just 3 gold coins. Yep, let's just pick up a bag over here. Hide our life ring that we don't need right now. So I'd say I'm going to keep streaming until the life ring runs out. That's probably reasonable, right? I wonder if I can find some more info on the skill wheel. Not sure how much I want to spoil myself though. Yeah, I don't think I want to at all. Wait a minute. I think I just... Yeah, I'm looking at Tibia wiki and I can see like a rotworm mount. Is there a mount like that? I wonder if it's a store mount. Oh, by the way, since we're here, the Shadow Disciple. It's so ugly, oh my god, I know it's only 600 Tibia coins, but... Isn't it terrible? Like, look at the add-on number 1. It just doesn't look like a mask, it looks like you just slapped a paint job on your face. Add-on 2 is like those things, and what are those boots supposed to be? Like, how does it even work? So weird, so terrible. I usually love all the store outfits, right? And you can probably tell I've got a lot of those. But that one? No thank you. You need to do better, guys. Yeah, you can access it at level 50, or is it 51, and you get 1 perk per level. I am very worried that they might have built this entire thing around like level 300 characters, as in at level 300 you will be able to reach a revelation perk, at which point it's going to seriously suck. For us, that is, not normal players. Normal players are going to be just fine and they won't realize there's a problem. And we can't really blame anyone, like, the game is not built around us, right? We are still going to get some power boosts, even if we don't get all the revelation perks. But I cannot stress enough how much I hope I will be able to get the cool skill. What was it called? Oh yeah, the Divine Empowerment on my barbarian character. at least the weakest version, right? Every 16th attack for 5 seconds increase my damage by 8%. Really, really cool. I want that, please give. I mean, I'm level 115, I think I deserve at least one revelation perk. Because what do you think is going to be the limit? We already know that there's going to be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 different revelation perks, 2 of which are like common to every single car, every single location. I think there's a good chance that a level 500 character is supposed to have like what? 2, 3 revelation perks? I hope that's the case, I really do. You know how it is, so you can't really expect them to cater to players that are a very, very minor percentage of their player base. If most players are level 200 plus, then they are obviously going to make content that applies to players 200 plus. Can't really do anything about it. Just because we chose to play the game differently doesn't mean everybody should cater to our needs. That's how it works, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, good night to you as well, Jean. The joke was just as unfunny as you announced it would be, by the way. Wow, did I promise you I would keep going until the life ring runs out? Because I don't think I can keep going until the life rings runs out. I'm going to say 3 more swarmers. We hit 85 and that's going to be the end of the stream. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid, guys. My throat has completely forgotten how to speak. Maybe I'm just dehydrated or something. Whatever the case, it's kind of sore at the moment, so... yeah, let's hit 85 and... that's going to mean we did like... wait, did we do 50 swarmers today? I think we did, didn't we? I mean, we will have done 50 swarmers today by the time we hit 85. Because we were at like, what, 80... 35 before the stream, so yeah, that would be 50 more. If we keep at it, then maybe 2 more streams and we have the epi. That would be really, really neat. Yeah, so when it comes to new challenges, I will most likely be reusing characters that I already have, mainly because there simply aren't any store-bought outfits that I really like, other than the ones that I have already gotten. So I'd much rather just either level my character down to 8 and start over, or not even do that, just, you know, continue the challenge but add additional areas or something, maybe reset gear, that's fine, but level and skill will remain. You know, stuff like that. Which ones do I like? I like Mercenary, but I am not really getting it on any character. I have no idea for a character that would suit that one. I kind of like the Nordic champion, but I feel like he's kind of out of place. Like, look how weirdly high his skull is. Really, really weird. Yeah, not really going to do the Nordic chieftain. Already got a Rune Master, the Conjurer. I don't really play mages, so nothing I can do with that one either. Chaos Acolyte is cool when you do it like this. Yeah. That's a cool looking outfit. What else is there? Forest Warden. Trophy Hunter, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I don't think I agree with what you are saying, so honestly, low-level gameplay is not abandoned at all. Like, sure, there aren't many players doing it, but just think about how many low-level areas there are for a regular player, right? You enter the main city, let's say you collected some gold, you don't want to sell any Tibia coins, so maybe you're able to buy it like a plate set. Where can you go? You can go to Yalahar, you can kill mutated humans if you care about collecting like the dwarven pickaxes or something. You can go swamp trolls, do some medicine pouches, you can go to Edron, get some brass legs and steel shield from the quest. You can go Amazons, you can grind some protective charms. You can go to Ankramun and kill scarabs and larvas. You can go many places, honestly. Then when you're like level 30, you can do Undead Sternum, you can do Cyclops, you can do probably many other things that I'm really not aware of, because the game is so large. My point is, I think up until a certain point, they really have been designing every single area to be kind of self-contained within itself. Like, Tikwanda, Ankramun, Edron, Svargrond, all those areas, in all of those areas, you can find areas that are good for low-level players, mid-level players and high-level players. Something for everyone. They did stop doing that, which is a huge shame at some point, right? Isavi, this new Marapur area with Nagas, all the newest, most recent places, they are all in fact designed for higher level players. But I think there haven't been that many areas for high level players to begin with. So since they have always kept in mind to add designs for every single difficulty level up until recently, and only recently they have started adding areas that are really fit for very high level players, I think it's fine for now. Like, at some point I would indeed like to see some lower level areas as well. But I can't really with full honesty say that things are going badly for now. Yeah, I mean, Tibia is like a old school MMO. You never really were told much. You have to explore for yourself and discover for yourself. If you don't, or if you don't read a good guide, then you're probably going to be lost. But then again, discovering all of that, being fresh to Tibia, is also a very nice experience in my opinion. Yeah, anyway, like I said, 85 swarmers, 50 done for today. I think we're good for now. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. My throat is very sore, so I'm going to keep this short. I really hope that the Hive Outpost stays online for a longer time. Maybe we get lucky, maybe we get like 2 days in a row. If the Outpost continues to suck, I will try to make some videos work. Maybe I'll compile everything we did on this character so far into like 2-3 videos and post them. Yeah, I'll try to do something, alright? And until then, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.